Welcome to the Ubisoft Forward pre-show. The main show will begin in 15 minutes, but until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy a jam-packed pre-show.
The past year of Rainbow Six Siege has brought some of the most impactful updates in the game's history. We asked top creators from YouTube and Twitch to tell us what they think about Siege today.
Siege is a completely different game than it was like 3 years ago. There's way more operators.
There's so many things that you can test out when there's a new operator, whether it's the interactions with the other operators, or maybe the operator just has a cool gun and it's just fun to play.
The zombie specifically, I guess, in the most recent, impactful defensive, add-on for operators, I fell in love with her. I thought it was cool that you could hide yourself. You could even hide the bomb chassis and convince people that the site that they were supposed to be attacking on wasn't actually there because you had, successfully hidden the bomb.
Most hero shooters dream of having their entire roster essentially be viable operators, and I think Siege has really nailed that.
When I stream Rainbow Six Siege and someone who hasn't played in a long time, they come into stream and I'm playing Emerald Plains and they're like, what is that map? Like, who are you even playing?
We're about to get the rework to Consulate, which I think is huge.
Playing around on reworked maps and doing things like replay C4s and pulse scanning from below. Those tactical plays are some of the most satisfying that you ever get in gaming.
Cross progression was awesome. I started on PS4, so I had several years from being one of those veteran year one players under my belt, and so I had all the cool skins and even levels, renown, all that kind of stuff. So having that suddenly be on my PC account, which I started, I don't know, probably 3 years into my journey, was fantastic.
Console community has been begging Ubisoft for some kind of answer to the Zim situation. And I know the mousetrap was a huge announcement that a lot of console players were waiting for.
The most groundbreaking thing added to Siege for me was Ranked 2.0.
I'm really excited for the changes for the shields. I feel like it's been a long time coming.
I love things like the shooting range, being able to change attachments, switch seamlessly between weapons and operators. It's an amazing change.
The newest season has just been released, and a whole lot more is on the way, so there's a lot of Siege to be excited for. Why not go watch a game in action and see for yourself?
When you experience the adrenaline to play in tournaments, to win tournaments, you know that you can't live without that anymore. I feel like moving countries to pursue my dream and career was very difficult at the beginning because I had to leave some people behind, in Brazil. But you have to be the best, you have to think that you're the best. There's a pressure of being a team captain because, for example, if I'm not scared to play a match, my team's not gonna be scared, Like on social media, when people see that, they respect me. Everybody's gonna look up to us like, oh, a new dynasty, like the forbidden word. I feel we have everything that we need to be the best team in the world. We just have to prove to everyone else. My dream is to win two big tournaments in a row. To win is the most important thing. If we lose this game or win this game, it's my fault, So it's all on my shoulders.
We work in a discipline that has certain gaps between the people that make buildings and the people that use buildings, and I think we could use games and virtual spaces as a way of breaking down those boundaries and inviting new audiences to participate in architectural design. There's an important relationship between architecture, urbanism and video games. An understanding of how real cities are formed, how people behaved in cities, how people gathered in crowds is often very, very helpful in being able to articulate that meaningfully in a fictional world as well.
Game Urbanism is the name of our teaching studio. We've been teaching this for a number of years now, working with students to promote the use of game engine technology as an architectural method for design.
We've been gamers since we were young, and I think that really informed, in some way, our decision to become architects, because we've always been really interested by spaces. So Ubisoft approached us to reinterpret one of their games in any way we'd like to.
We were interested in how Unity opens up the city in a new way, rather than just experiencing things from the street, being able to really kind of navigate across the buildings, the rooftops, the facade, interacting with architecture in a different way.
As architects, we're trained to see buildings in a particular way, but a game like Assassin's Creed Unity lets us break that and see the city in a new light.
So when we were researching the game, we found it really interesting to read some of the interviews and some of the material from the developers as to how they approach the design of the architecture, and hearing that, you know, you're facing real virtual problems we also face as architects sometimes was a really interesting insight. We thought it would be really interesting to explore video game architecture using an architectural methodology such as a scaled model.
So we go from the riverside to the old kind of medieval areas of the city where the buildings are much smaller and irregular, through to the larger kind of boulevards.
And we're standing here today in the Bourse de Commerce, which is obviously the highlight of the model here.
We picked the Aloe Blé because we think it was a really good example of a building that's use has changed maybe quite a lot from the game to the present day, even to the fact that it's got a new insertion in it from an architect that we really loved. And it was a really interesting building to look at.
We really like the way that games are totally kind of user-centric spaces, which is definitely something architecture can learn from.
What's up, everyone? We're playing the X-Defiant beta. Thank you to Ubisoft for sponsoring this video.
That Just Dance 2023 has a story mode now.
All things Far Cry 6 and how I feel after playing the game.
Stay tuned for exclusive reveals on Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the Crew Motorfest, all in 10 minutes.
It's okay to be scared. I know.
Moron! You suck!
Still learning about mentality. You gotta work on yourself, you gotta be better about it.
Christine got blues. Christine got blues. She ain't got it. Unless it's a blue 8, and then we'd be screwed, son.
Or unless it's a red 7.
Oh shit! She had red.
Oh mein Gott! Clip das, clip das, clip das, clip das, clip das, clip das.
Do it.
Yeah!
He actually did it.
Oh! Oh! Oh man, I mean, we kind of caught the transition. We did another casual bar spin there.
Top 4 eliminated.
I knew I'd been training for the splits for a reason. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's coming tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. I'm amazed. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Did he crash into me?
Layla, your dance was so amazing, by the way. I want you to know that Ubisoft San Francisco just donated $10,000. I know. I know. Right?
What in the fuck? What is happening?
This thing looks like the wide body of the future. What the heck is this? I don't even know what to say. It's like bottoming out as I drive the thing.
Oh, right, that's the thing, I remember.
I think we reached 50,000 thanks to Assassin's Creed.
Really, we did?
Yeah,
oh my god!
Let's reach the goal and call it even. Yeah,
that's crazy. Wow, that's we started at like 13,000 something. So yeah, getting to the 15 is insane. That's really insane. Thanks everyone.
The show's about to begin. Get your snacks, get settled. Ready? Let's go!
Just a minute outside, do we feel so loud? ma base duendo, 고소해도 와, 고소해다 살아, 또 위에 서와, ma base duendo, 고소해도 와, 고소해다 살아, 또 위에 서와, ma base duendo, 고소해도 와, 고소해다 살아, 또 위에 서와, ma base duendo, 고소해도 와.
Jump on the dance floor, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Jump on the dance floor, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Somera sabor, y eso va, nada se duermo, somera va, somera sabor, y eso va, nada se duermo, somera va.
One, you wanna move like me. Two, you wanna dance like me. Three, you wanna live like me. Jump on the dance floor. One, you wanna move like me. Two, you wanna dance like me. Three.
Music is love. Somera sabor, y eso va, nada se duermo.
Poisoned our world.
Secure the perimeter. All threats must be eliminated.
They took everything from us. From me. I was trained in their ways, their technology, their weapons. Things that a Nazi should not know. And then one day, they left.
Hell's Gate is under attack. Evacuate now. Kill all the Navi children.
But before they did, our teacher saved us and put us to sleep.
This is your only chance to survive.
And there I remained for 15 years. Until one day, I awoke. And I was free. Free to explore my world. Free to decide who I was going to be. Free to discover what I was meant to do.
Now you see what they kept you from. Your true home.
Is under attack again.
Don't let the Navi get in our way. Get rid of them.
And I have a choice to make. I choose to protect my home. once a child of two worlds. I am no longer. I am Navi. Sivako.
Hi there everyone, I'm Jim Cameron, the creator of Avatar and Avatar: The Way of Water. In developing both of these films, I set out to imagine another world, a world as rich and complex as our own. And we wanted the audience to feel as though they were really on Pandora, to dream with their eyes wide open, and to explore this world with our characters. And it's always been our vision to embrace technology to allow us to find new ways outside the cinema to immerse people in this world. Our friends at Ubisoft share the same ambition, and the team at Massive have been pushing the boundaries of what's possible in games to bring a new corner of Pandora to life. So with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, our creative team at Lightstorm has been able to share their insights with Massive's talented team, who are experts in creating living, open worlds. Together, we'll be able to bring players to the Western frontier with new environments, new flora and fauna, new characters, and an original story that coexists with the events of the Avatar films. We can't wait for you to join this adventure, and we look forward to welcoming you back to the world of Avatar once again. We can't wait for you to join this adventure, and we look forward to welcoming you back to the world of Avatar once again.
And as the game director, I'm proud to be representing the team behind Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora today, and excited to share a sneak peek of what we've been working on. In this all-new story, you'll set out on a journey of discovery to unravel the mysteries of your past, learn what it means to be Navi, and explore new parts of Pandora on land or together with your trusted Banshee in the air. Our ambition is to create a playground where curiosity is rewarded. This tangible and highly immersive first-person experience will allow you to closely connect to a beautiful open world, touch and interact with it, using your size, your superhuman strength, and your natural agility to gain the upper hand. As the Navi say, Sivako, let's rise to the challenge on December 7th. Until then, we're delighted to show you a glimpse of this adventure. So prepare to lose yourselves in the beauty and the danger of the Western frontier. Thank you.
Welcome to Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, a first-person action-adventure game that invites you to explore the engaging world of Avatar in an immersive open-world experience. I'm Didi Dienfeld, game director, and I'm excited to reveal what's waiting for you on Pandora. The story of our game begins when the RDA expands their operations to the Western frontier. John Mercer, one of the leaders of the RDA, abducts you and other Navi children from your home to teach you the ways of humans, hoping to mold you and turn you against your own people. But his plan is interrupted by the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains, and you are put into emergency cryosleep. When you awaken 15 years later, you are a stranger in your birthplace. Knowing the dangers posed by the RDA, you set out to take them down and look to secure the help of other Navi clans. Initially, you're perceived as an outsider, so you have to reconnect with your lost Navi heritage to gain their trust. On your adventure, you'll find your own path as you discover what it means to be Navi. You'll explore new regions of Pandora, each with their own unique biomes. The Kinglor Forest is a lush rainforest brimming with life and dense vegetation in the shade of awe-inspiring floating mountains. This is the home of the Aranahe, a clan of peaceful weavers who will guide you on your first hunt and on your first flight. The Aranahe will show you the way to the rookery, where you can bond for life with your very own Ikram. Aranahe will show you the way to the rookery, where you can bond for life with your very own Ikram. The Ikram is a devoted sea. The nomadic Seswa clan live here, in symbiosis with gigantic beasts called Sakru. Earn the clan's trust, and they will teach you the art of riding dire horses. And further west, the mysterious clouded forest, where hidden in the mist, nothing is as it seems. Here lives the Kamatiri, a clan of healers with their own dark reasons to stay hidden. RDA operations are threatening the balance of Pandora. They build facilities of all sizes to exploit resources at any cost, spreading devastating pollution. In the process, animals are hurt and poached. You'll need to stop the RDA from ravaging your home. And when you are ready, you will take the fight to them. As a child of two worlds, you can learn to master multiple combat styles. Your powerful instincts allow you to get an overview of the battlefield, mark your enemies, and identify weak points. Traditional Na'vi weapons are versatile and precise. You can use the longbow to hit long-range targets, or the staff sling to set up traps. For a more explosive approach, you can leverage your human training and go for the blast of an assault rifle, a shotgun, or go bigger with the occasional rocket launcher. On foot, you can also rely on your incredible strength to take down AMP units. Above the clouds, your Ikran will help you in aerial combat against the RDA. Destroying RDA facilities will have a tangible impact on your world. With the pollution removed, Pandora heals. You'll be able to harvest the best quality material again and craft better gear and weapons. You will also find ingredients to cook and make meals to get stronger. As you keep discovering what it truly means to become Na'vi, you'll improve your skills by connecting to Awa through the Tarshu plant and learn from the memories of your ancestors. Skill upgrades can improve many aspects of your character, such as your natural agility to move through the world, your stealth approach when hunting or fighting, or the handling of your weapons and mounts. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a captivating action-adventure game designed to maximize the power of new-gen consoles and PC. You will be able to play the full story campaign in single-player or with a friend online in two-player co-op. We invite you to explore this world of wonder. Become Na'vi and take down the RDA to protect Pandora.
No!
Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Mark Rubin, executive producer on XDefiant. What you just saw was a collection of live clips and reactions from players streaming our game during our closed beta test in April. And we've been absolutely overwhelmed by the amazing response to our game from players all over the world. Now, for us, community has really been the core of this game's development. And we've had 28 public tests so far, with the recent closed beta being the largest, and of course, the first with no NDA. And throughout all of these tests, we've done our best to listen and respond to the feedback of players. So thank you so much to the more than 1.5 million players who have participated in those tests, and the countless creators and streamers who shared their footage and feedback about XDefiant. Now we're ready to look towards the future. We are currently planning on launching later this summer. But before we do that, we will be holding another test to address some of the feedback from the closed beta. This open session will be available to everyone on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S from June 21st to June 23rd. This is a short test, but we are opening it to everyone to get as much feedback as possible on our new netcode, our controller tuning, and of course, to stress out the servers as much as possible. So if you have not played XDefiant yet, this is your chance. But let's talk about what's going to happen when we launch later this summer. We will start with a 6-week preseason that will have all of our launch content with 14 maps, 5 factions, 24 weapons, and much, much more. We 3 months, Ubisoft's amazing worlds. And I think you may really be surprised at where we go. Year 1 is really going to have a lot of great gameplay content, all focused on creating a fun arcade FPS experience. And we are committed to staying true to our community and to strive to make XDefiant the best place to compete and have fun. Now, it's been quite the journey to get to this point. So thank you again to all of the players that supported XDefiant so far. And for everyone who hasn't yet had the chance, we hope to see you in game soon. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. It's so exciting to be with you today. About 30 years ago, in 1989, I discovered a great action-adventure game, both challenging my skills and respecting my cleverness. It was Prince of Persia. I am Muniradi, game director of Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Time has come to open a new chapter and to journey in legendary Persia, in an era where the laws of mortals were ruled by the laws of gods. You are Sargon, youngest member of a squad of 7 elite warriors, the Immortals. One night, Prince Hassan, sole heir to the throne, is abducted and taken to her hostile and cursed land, Mount Kaf. You and your brothers in arms are sent on a rescue mission to save Prince Hassan. However, this assignment will cast you straight into the lion's den. And it is here that you, Sargon, and the whole kingdom must prepare to face the greatest threat of your lives. This is your story. In Mount Kaf, your destiny awaits. When entering Mount Kaf, your mission is clear. Find Prince Hassan and bring him back to Persepolis. However, Mount Kaf becomes a prison full of hostile inhabitants. Now separated from your allies, you discover a grand citadel full of mysteries, where time flows differently.
What is this sorcery?
The past coexists with the future. In this cursed land, exploration is everything. This is a semi-open world that delivers new secrets as you find new powers. But to reach new areas, you have to master your skills and your sense of timing, a trademark of Prince of Persia.
What would you like to buy?
During this epic journey, you won't be the only one trapped in Mount Kaf.
Goddess and blacksmith to the gods.
Some dwellers are willing to help you, while others are more reluctant. But Sargon is a swordsman like no other. He is a fierce warrior, known for being elusive, ruthless, and extremely skillful on the battlefield. Fueled by anger, he constantly puts his life on the line to perform devastating attacks. Time powers are back. But this time...
What the hell was that?
Not only in your hands. To face such a challenge, master a new side of these time powers and defy gravity. By combining all these skills together, you can express your creativity to solve Mount Kaf's mysteries and execute brutal combos in epic combats. That's just a glimpse of what Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is all about. I'd like to thank Matrix, who composed the in-game music you are just listening to. And of course, my fantastic team at Ubisoft Montpellier. We cannot wait for you to get your hands on the game. It releases on January 18, 2024 on all platforms. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the show.
Hi, my name is Adi Shankar. I'm a TV and movie producer. You may know me from the Castlevania animated series on Netflix, or one of my fan fiction shorts on YouTube. 7 years ago, I got a call from Ubisoft offering me the opportunity to adapt one of their very serious franchises into an anime. But instead, I came back to them with a crazy concept inspired by the mood of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Yeah. This concept used Ubisoft's vast library of characters and remixed them into one delirious anime series that would become this love letter to the 90s. Or at least how I remember the 90s. And to my absolute surprise, Ubisoft said no. Just kidding. They said yes. That's why I'm up here. Come on. This is the story of how the first anime series by Ubisoft was born. Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix. This show is many things. It's violent. It's a dystopian fiction in the spirit of the works of Aldous Huxley. It's a spoof. It's a satire. It's dark comedy. It's a love story. And as a descendant of Indian mystics, yeah, I can tell you it's the most philosophically conscious show you've watched in a long time. The series was picked up by Netflix. It was animated by the renegade genius pirates at Bobby Pill's studio. And today, I'm very happy to announce that barring an apocalypse, which may happen, it will be released worldwide later this year. And that's not all. I'm even more excited to share with you an action-packed, Easter egg-filled teaser trailer right now.
You want to be entertained? Don't change the channel. Join the revolution. Let's do this.
North to south,
Are you hyping for a miracle? Are you hyping for a miracle?
Hey everyone, it's an honor for us to be here with you today. We're Home Free, and this is our song Skull and Bones.
The seas forever roar, yo-ho, till I'm not but skull and bones, yo-ho,
Outcast a kingpin was born upon the sea. There was meant to walk the land, a pirate's life for me. Alas, you're winding up the sails and speak to mutiny. Find yourself a wanton port or bottom of the sea. Along the shores of St. Anne to the eastern shores, I'll take my chances on the wind to loot and plunder scores. The flag, it stands for us alone and no one else around. We owe our honor to the sea and not to any crown.
yo-ho, yo-ho, the seas forever roll, yo-ho, yo-ho, the winds forever blow. Long after I'm a Davy Jones, till I'm not but skull and bones, yo-ho.
Me hearties, bring her out.
Heave-ho, me hearties, bring her out.
A pirate's life for me I found.
A pirate's life for me I found. Yo-ho, yo-ho, the seas forever roll. Yo-ho, yo-ho, the winds forever blow. Long after I'm a Davy Jones, still I'm not but skull and bones. Yo-ho, skull and yo-ho, yo-ho, the seas forever roll. Yo-ho,
I've never been a quitter. Just know how to deliver. Speed it up, only one winner. No time for new beginners. You only get what you give. I'ma run it up till the day that I did. And when I zoom past, eyes on me, I'll be going too fast. You only get what you give. I'ma run it up till the day that I did. I'm not slowing down. Pedal to the metal. 4 wheels, 2 seats on the pedal. Vroom, vroom. 4 wheels, 2 seats, better be ready. Turn it up, only one winner. No time for new beginners. You only get what you give. I'ma run it up to the day that I did. Welcome to the summer, we don't sleep, we just live. And when I zoom past, eyes on me, I'll be going too fast. You only get what you give. I'ma run it up to the day that I did.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. 5 years ago, the Crew 2 took off. Now, each month, millions of thrill seekers, just like you, are enjoying, playing, eager to see what's next. I am Stéphane Bellet, Creative Director of the Crew. Oh, thanks. Wait. Today, at last, it is my pleasure to introduce the future of the Crew, Motorfest, our own new take on the action-driving genre, a celebration for car lovers to share and experience car culture fantasy on the beautiful island of Oahu in Hawaii. No matter how you enjoy cars and driving, on your own or with your crew, Motorfest has something for everyone. Motorfest, your portal to a medley of high-octane experiences. You choose how you like to have fun with your cars. This is what Motorfest playlists are all about. Playlists are truly at the heart of Motorfest. Want to immerse yourself in the most exciting worlds of car culture? Yeah. Dive into a legacy of the world's most influential automakers. Light up the night street racing scene, Japanese style. Unleash the cutting-edge power of electric supercars. And this is just a taste. For the first time ever, we leave the US mainland behind. Our festival has landed in one of the most breathtaking and vibrant places on Earth, Oahu. Let's find out why Oahu is the perfect playground for driving fun. Race through the city street of Honolulu. Barrel up black ash covered slopes adventure deep into lush rainforests, or cruise the dunes at sunset with your friends. Opportunities for fun and challenges are endless. A unique playground like this calls for a profusion of vehicles. Choose and customize your ride with one of the most diverse lineups ever, from past, present, and future. Recognize the latest from Lamborghini? I think so, yeah, I know. You are as thrilled as I am to get behind the wheel of this beauty. Hey, some of you have spent a lot of energy building the perfect vehicle collection in The Crew 2. In a few weeks, you will be able to import your vehicle collection into The Crew Motorfest for free. Thanks. So stay tuned for more news about the collection import and our complete festival program later this month during our summer showcase. Since the beginning of the year, thousands of players have tested the game and given us priceless feedback through the Insider program. Join the party, register now for a closed beta, and share with the world your experience in July. From the entire team at Ubisoft Ivory Tower, mahalo, thank you. Welcome to Motorfest. Enjoy the ride.
everyone. I hope you enjoyed that first look at this exciting new way to play Assassin's Creed. Coming to MetaQuest this holiday, Assassin's Creed Nexus will push the boundaries of VR and let you become the assassin. You will feel what it means to parkour, fight, and be stealthy in new memories from 3 legendary assassins, Ezio, Cassandra, and Connor. I cannot wait to see our players feel the thrill of virtual reality in the Assassin's Creed universe. But there is more. Nexus is not the only game that will offer new ways to play Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Codename Jade is our first open-world RPG game on mobile. It will take you to ancient China in a time of intrigue and conspiracy. In this brand new adventure, you'll experience the iconic Assassin's Creed gameplay for free, anywhere, anytime. I am glad to announce that you can register now for the upcoming beta. Here's a glimpse of what you can expect.
Legacy. It's honoring those that came before us, learning from their triumphs and mistakes, to illuminate and hold their stories to the light for all to see. That inheritance of knowledge helps to guide and shape our future. Now it's your time to build on those foundations and rise to even greater heights. To step out of the shadows and into a vast world, to make your own legacy.
We've all been waiting for this moment. Assassin's Creed Mirage is a very special game, designed as an homage to the first titles of the series that many of us fell in love with. Coming October 12th, Assassin's Creed Mirage takes the franchise back to its roots. Sarah, our narrative director for the game, will come on stage to tell you more about Basim and his journey. But before that, let's watch our story trailer.
What are you doing?
Don't think.
Time to put my medal on.
Fulath, tell Basim the story of the feather.
Our tradition of the feather comes from Egypt. The feathers of the heron were dipped in the blood of the targets. The feathers forge our paths, remind us of who we are, who we can be.
The Order has held dominion over men and their empires for centuries. Strike quickly and end this.
Swallow your questions, serve without complaint. Who is she to tell you when to strike?
Everything you do serves the hidden ones. That is a strange kind of freedom.
You are not the first to walk the shadows broken. Pour your pain into the Brotherhood.
We are messengers of justice. and not the final judges.
He knows not what he is. Have you not wondered at your nature?
What does it mean to be free? What must be sacrificed in the quest for freedom and justice the hidden ones fiercely pursue? How can you find your path and fulfill your destiny when you don't know who you really are? As he grows from street thief to master assassin, Basim thinks he has found a sense of purpose as a hidden one, working in the dark to serve the light. But his nightmarish visions keep haunting him, leading to more questions with no answer. In Baghdad, seeking the truth comes with a price. The capital of the Abbasid Empire, one of the richest, most diverse and most advanced cities in the world, is at a turning point of its history. Unrest is growing, seeding a revolution against corruption and arbitrary justice, an uprising that will turn the tides of history and change the lives of everyone. Childhood friends, fellow hidden ones, as well as newly formed allies and enemies will shape Basim's adventure. But his horrific visions are the face of a struggle that he can only handle alone. There is a lot to look forward to in Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the best way to make you understand our unique Back to the Roots experience is to show you the game. In the following gameplay walkthrough, we meet Basim right after the assassination of his first main target, as he reports back to Roshan in Harbiya's assassin bureau. Enjoy.
There you are.
Don't let him escape!
Time to vanish.
Get back here, dog! You hear that, bloodbag? Stand and fight, you worm! You're dead! Getting away!
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I am glad you are safe.
Alhamdulillah, a first of many achievements to come, Basim.
We should only hope. There's still much work to do. While our focus was on Al Ghul, Fulaf quietly scouted the city for where we could erect more bureaus.
I have found dwellings in 3 districts that are most unassuming. Abid and Rebecca have arrived from Alamut and set off to Al Abbasiyah and Karh. I will make my way to Sharqiyah shortly.
And I will join Rebecca in Karh, where corruption is as common as the arid air. See Abu Ja'far about some things he's been working on. Then come find us.
Have a look, Basim. I may have something that is of interest to you.
Resourceful as always. My thanks, Abu Ja'far.
This is the place. What do you see, Enkidu? Let us reconsider the approach. Act as usual.
That guard who likes me said she and Ali's followers are trying to overthrow the prince.
What madness! They will surely fail.
Shit! What? She got the bastards!
What? Hey! Die now!
Hey! The sky is safe, my friend. Survey the area, Enkidu. There is my target.
I heard his favorite was a spy. And that could be why we had a lot of...
You learn your play!
What I wish to know, and no more need die this day.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. So first, I want to start by saying thank you to all gamers all around the world. It's thanks to you that we are here today. You are at the heart of everything we do. And to all Ubisoft teams around the world as well, I would like to say a big thank you. Your talent and passion are at the foundation of this fantastic lineup. So I hope you are all excited to explore the amazing playgrounds you have seen today. At Ubisoft, we are creators of worlds. We are also proud to partner with some of the biggest names in entertainment to create original stories in beloved universes. Now, I am very happy to welcome Julian from Ubisoft Massive to give you a first look at Star Wars Outlook and gameplay. So thank you. Julian?
Calm down. Do you want to see gameplay or not? All right, let's get over the speech and let's get to the gameplay. Star Wars Outlaws takes place in a time of great civil unrest across the galaxy. For some, this is a time of turmoil. For Outlaws, this is a time of opportunity. As a cunning thief, Kay Vess and her companion Nyx fight for survival every single day, relying on their skills and resourcefulness to get by. As they struggle to make ends meet, Kay and Nyx dream of the day that they will finally be free. But while seeking this freedom, Kay unexpectedly becomes one of the galaxy's most wanted. So to free herself from the bounty that follows her, Kay will need to pull off one of the greatest heists the Outer Rim has ever seen. As they navigate the underworld, caught between criminal syndicates and vicious, ruthless villains, Kay and Nyx will manage their reputation by taking on risky contracts and navigating complex relationships, all whilst avoiding oppressive imperial rule. Kay and Nyx's journey will take them across the galaxy through stunning, varied open-world locations and the wilds of space. One of these locations is Tashara, a moon that features windswept savanna and amberine canyons. Carved into Tashara's striking landscape, the city of Miragana serves as a central hive of scum and villainy. Kay and Nyx will encounter several criminal syndicates that learn that everything is measured in the value of influence, reputation, or cold, hard credits. This presents an abundance of opportunities and dangers for a young, ambitious scoundrel like Kay. On behalf of Massive in Sweden, along with Ubisoft Annecy, Barcelona, Bucharest, Chengdu, Milan, Montpellier, Paris, Shanghai, Toronto, and our amazing team at Lucasfilm Games, it's our privilege to present to you this first ever look at Star Wars Outlaws gameplay. If you're willing to take the risk, the galaxy is full of opportunity. Thank you.
Good boy.
I want that fighter stripped for parts by tomorrow.
On it.
All right, Nix. Let's go get paid. That worked.
He's the boss because he knows how to handle the Empire.
We cannot trust those officers. They take our credits now, but what stops them from stabbing us in the back?
Nix. Hit that button. Nice one. Hang on tight, little buddy.
I was just leaving. Okay, we'll figure this out.
El Pecata.
Shield. Hey, Nick! Fetch! This is getting bad. Let's try this out. Stink Ferric!
Stop her.
I think that went pretty well, right? Oh, these guys don't quit! Hang on! That was close. ND5, I got the package. Where are you?
Waiting for you in Jauntus Hope. Were you seen?
I said I got it. What else matters?
Should I assume we won't be working for the Pikes anytime soon?
Well, they'll probably forgive me.
Comforting.
There's Jauntus Hope. We made it, Nix. Hey, Andy.
You're late, Kay. Doc is waiting.
What? Are you worried?
No.
Okay.
No, but you're Troy.
What?
Be careful. Danka's a broker, not a friend. She can't be trusted.
Who can out here? See you back at the ship.
Round 2 and I still like my odds. K-Vess. Back already? I told you she's fresh, but she's good.
Who's this?
Just a friend. Join us.
Job was more complicated than you said, Danka.
You lived. Hey, these aren't toys. They're investments.
Wait. We haven't met. Don't really know many of you.
Stealing illegal contraband, running with syndicates. I could say you're a threat to the Empire. But I won't have to, if you're smart.
Thanks. But I'm smart enough to get myself out of trouble.
You pay the tax just like everyone else.
Whoa, kid. Let's just relax.
You won't make it off to Shara alive.
Maybe.
All troopers, we have reports of a fugitive in Jaunter's Hope. Move to apprehend.
That Imperial announcement wouldn't be about you, would it?
Could be.
I told you not to trust her.
Not the first time we've outrun the Empire.
We need to leave.
Yeah, no kidding. Are we good?
Nothing on the sensors yet.
Anybody on the sensors now?
TIE fighters on us.
Got one.
I feel inclined to remind you that we should shake the Empire quickly.
Thanks, I'm working on it. ND, get us out of here.
Spooling hyperdrive.
Let's jump. We made it. Hey. Got your new toy.
So, where do we go next?
Anywhere we want.
This is a gaming PC, and I'm not talking about the slow trickle of afterthought releases that make PC ports look good by comparison. Thanks to Apple's new game porting toolkit, not only will the process of porting games to Mac be much simpler for developers, but gamers can play PC games today, right now, on Apple Silicon Macs. Who'd have thought it? After all these years of giving zero cares whatsoever about gamers, is Apple finally bringing the fight to Microsoft in gaming? Is it any good? Our setup app, which Emily is just putting the finishing touches on right now, is an M1 Ultra Mac Studio with 128 gigs of unified memory. We're running macOS Sonoma, which works best with the game porting toolkit right now, and we actually need to use 2 versions of Steam, the Mac native one and the Windows one. The Mac version is easy. That's it. Theoretically, this is working now. But the Windows version of Steam must be run from the command line for reasons that we're going to get into in a bit more detail later. Of course, there's no window snapping on Mac, because why would there be? You can just pay for that if you want it.
You can. It's a nice app.
You know what? It doesn't matter. The point is, we're going to try some games. Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk?
Yeah, Cyberpunk.
Hey.
Hey. Whoa. Okay, I know you did most of the work before I came here, and obviously it's not that easy, but like, it's working.
It would have been more easy if the GUI method worked, but it should be much easier in the future.
Instructions say, adjust graphics settings and resolution and see what happens to frame rate. I see.
Looks like right now we're at about 20.
Let's go to something more reasonable. Medium. Is this likely to actually complete, or are you just trolling me?
Well, I mean, there's only one way to find out. I mean, if you hit the space bar, it might proceed.
I mean, one way to find out is to ask you if you're just trolling me. Oh, it's running! 11 FPS. It does not look great.
Well, I mean, it looks okay, as long as you only look at, like, still frames.
The still frames don't look great.
Well, we're at 720p. You could boost the resolution.
I mean, I could. Wait, it's not running any worse. The truth is, I'm kind of speechless right now. It's not perfect. The performance obviously sucks. And at times, Steam and/or the game might crash or become unresponsive, but this is still amazing, and there are workarounds. If you do experience a crash, just open the activity monitor, search for Wine, select all processes, then click the arrows in the top right and click Force Quit. Wait a second. Wine? How does a piece of Linux software that is not an emulator figure into all of this? Here's the thing. Game Porting Toolkit is essentially a distribution of Codeweaver's crossover flavor of Wine, with what appears to be the DXVK translation layer for DirectX 9 through 11, and then Apple's own homespun D3D metal translation wrapper for DirectX 12, which isn't without controversy. The thing is, Apple has a history of using open source tools to enrich their own proprietary solutions, like Cups for printing and the KHTML browser engine that became Safari's WebKit and ultimately Chrome. And like these other situations, Game Porting Toolkit is perfectly legal, but is understandably rubbing some members of the open source community the wrong way, given both Apple's restrictive licensing agreement for the toolkit and their historically narrow contributions back to open source software. Now, my notes here only say, move on at your discretion. Of the 9 games installed, 5 of them work.
Correct. Okay.
I want to play Civ. Fine. How about Hollow Knight? Let's go, Hollow Knight. What are the controls for this game on a keyboard and mouse? I truthfully have no idea. Holy crap, this is running at 60 FPS and actually feels, I mean, I suck, but other than that, it feels fine.
Input lag?
Hard to say. Even though this is a bit of a twitchy game, I find it kind of forgiving in terms of input lag. I didn't have trouble playing it on the Logitech G Cloud, for example. It seems pretty good. I would say it seems pretty darn good.
I mean, it seems like from the sound to what I'm seeing on screen, it seems pretty decent. Like maybe there's a little bit, but
it's definitely usable. Compatibility is a mixed bag then, which makes sense given the similarity to Valve's Proton compatibility layer for Linux, and also makes sense considering the extra step that's going on here of running through the Rosetta translation layer, which handles running x86 code on Apple Silicon. And unlike Proton, very few support packages are installed by default, which can make things problematic if you're trying to use it like Proton. It's also worth noting that while D3D Metal is closed source, Crossover is gaining support for DirectX 12 this year too, so Game Porting Toolkit might not be the only option for gamers on Mac. Though of course, it's not really intended to be. Let's go, F1, let's go. Oh, your version of Windows is older than the minimum version required. Yes, I wish to continue. Oh.
We're sorry, but you can't.
There is no friggin' way that Halo Infinite runs.
I mean, you're not currently running Halo Infinite, you're running...
I'm not running Halo Infinite because I don't think that's gonna run. I'm trying to find ones that will run. Hey, I think I found one. The last Total War game I played was Rome Total War.
The remake or the original?
The original. Hey, this is running. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, let's go gamers. Oh crap, well, I suck. This overlay in the corner here shows us how much performance we're leaving on the table due to translation layers and not emulation. It's a lot. We're using about 20% of our GPU right now, and Apple knows that. But that's okay, because the general idea behind this tool, and Apple was very clear about it, is that a developer using a common framework like Unity or Unreal Engine can simply compile a Mac version of their software without having to rewrite the graphics, audio, or input routines that they've already written for Windows. They're not supposed to just use it like this. And all of that sounds great, but as we know, it's not always that simple in the real world. Before we talk about that though, let's discuss the advantages of this approach, with the biggest one being the it just works simplicity. But unfortunately, that's about it. I mean, in theory, it does make it easier to create a native version of your game as well. But if the way things are going on Linux is anything to go by, the translation layer forever approach is the more likely outcome. So then let's talk about the drawbacks of that. The first is that performance should, in theory, be pretty close to Proton on Linux. So usually worse than Windows, though sometimes equal or even better. And the second is that if developers are not motivated to create true native ports, this compatibility and performance is always going to be behind. And by more than non-gamer Apple executives probably realize. The thing is, even a compatible game might have dependencies that are not created by the developer. Like, say for example, anti-cheat, the developers of which have very little incentive to port their software to these rando, not properly supported platforms. Let's see if we can find one like that. Like say, Halo Infinite. Yeah, okay, that didn't take long. See you later, buddy. I mean, I don't actually know that that's because of anti-cheat, but it almost certainly isn't helping. But you told me there was an anti-cheat one that you did manage to get working. And I assume it's this because this is all that's left.
Yes. Elden Ring is the only one that I got to work with anti-cheat. So the idea behind it, though, is that instead of doing anything special, what you do is you rename the anti-cheats executable, because it starts up and then scans things, and then it launches the game. You rename that executable, then you rename the game's executable to that executable's name. So then Steam just launches the game. The problem is that from there, you don't have any online support whatsoever.
Does that matter in Elden Ring?
I mean, it depends on how you play the game.
In Elden Ring, you need online.
You do?
There's actually quite a bit of multiplayer in Elden Ring.
Or you could just not do that. Wow. Oh wait, oh okay, no, that worked. I swear, the first time I whacked one of those pots, there was a delayed reaction for it to crumble.
It might have been shader compilation.
That makes sense. Okay, that wasn't on me. I had that lined up. I swear it. Do you see that?
I can't really see much.
No, don't lie. You saw that.
From this angle, all I see is just a bunch of gray blobs.
No, editor, help me out here. I was lined up with the big one.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, hey, did you notice the FPS rose?
No.
It was at like 15, now it's like 37.
What? Shut up, that can't be running at 37 FPS. Ooh, no way. Elden Ring's actually running kinda okay.
I guess it needed to warm up the shaders.
Interesting. 30 FPS Elden Ring. I mean, at what resolution though? 1080p, maximum quality. And we got those it's empty, whatever. Doesn't matter. The point is, it's a very mixed bag. And not everyone wants to just buy and try random games, and there's no Proton DB for Mac yet. But what there is a community-curated Google Sheet that is full of lots of interesting nuggets. Here are some interesting ones. Halo Infinite crashed on the crossover wine that is used in GPT, and I don't mean ChatGPT, I mean Game Porting Toolkit, but it works with Proton. And given its anti-cheat and Microsoft account dependencies, I suspect that that's only the case because Valve had to do some special sauce to get that working. And I have to say, I wonder if Apple will be willing to put in the work. Probably not, given that their stated purpose is for developers to be the ones to do the work. How optimistic? More on that later. Also, any game that requires AVX or AVX2 instructions will fail. Apple Silicon doesn't support it, and neither does their Rosetta translation layer. VSync also appears to be enforced by the compositor regardless of the in-game settings, so you will only ever get your display's refresh rate in FPS. Also, getting it to work is a pain, involving terminal commands and the x86 version of Homebrew. Isaac Marovitz, the person who posted the infamous video of running Cyberpunk on a Mac, modified his Whiskey app to support the game porting toolkit, but the most recent version, as of us recording this, doesn't work, though I suspect by the time we release this video, it will be patched, so keep an eye on that. Back to that developer conversation though. Apple's gonna have to support and promote this tool heavily to overcome their reputation among game developers. They have a long history of ignoring the gaming industry, dating back to Steve Jobs, according to programming legend John Carmack. Gabe Newell of Valve claimed that Apple kept coming to them talking about supporting games, but just nothing would ever come of it. And so far, no major developers that I could find have publicly expressed support, besides Hideo Kojima, who Apple had present during their WWDC 2023 keynote, where the game porting toolkit was announced. Some high-profile releases have been coming to Mac recently, like Resident Evil Village and No Man's Sky, and there are some Mac-native games. In fact, we've got a couple of them installed. So I guess the question that this raises now is, if all went according to plan, what kind of performance improvements might we see? We don't get an FPS counter, but I'm expecting the performance to be markedly better than when we were running with the translation layer.
And it looks like, weird camera bug aside, it looks like it's a lot smoother.
The performance is way better.
Like even if it's just 60 versus 60, the frame pacing is a lot better right here. You can tell.
Much better, and the latency is markedly better as well. Okay, I'm gonna win this fight this time though.
Oh, come on, we have more stuff to shoot today.
That's true. Okay, I don't have time to win this fight. But I do have time to talk about the different kinds of native games that run on macOS. Total War is running on ARM, but uses Rosetta for some of the multiplayer, whereas Shadow of the Tomb Raider actually uses Rosetta for the port. So from a CPU standpoint, it's actually using the same tools, that is Rosetta, as the game porting toolkit. The difference then would be...
Basically, this is running bare metal,
using the Metal API.
Whereas the game porting toolkit version would be using D3D Metal, the translation layer.
So that gives us some idea of how much we're losing to the translation layer. Yeah, it's a lot worse than running on Metal API. But that shouldn't matter, because if Apple can stop paying lip service to gaming and
more stores set to open by 2025. They're so excited about the opening that you can receive a